Good morning, friends. This is Shruti from PTE Tutorials Authors Group. Today I'm here to talk about a very important section of reading module, even one of the most important question types it is. That is reading writing blanks that you get in your reading module. I hope I am audible. Good morning, Yogesh sir. As I said, reading writing blanks. Why this particular question type is very important if you need 79 plus in reading as well as in writing module. Reason being, as I have shared the screen, you will read this line. Below is a text with blanks. Click on each blank. A list of choice will appear. Means this will be there. You will have number of options and you have to select one option. Why here you people get writing score? Because you are not writing. Still, PT score guide says, and we also get the score for reading as well as writing. Though I'm not writing at all. There is a big reason behind it. Have you ever thought this thing? That why in these blanks, this is the same thing that from the options you people are choosing your required blank as per your thinking. There is one more task, that is reading fill in the blanks. There are also options, but there you just have to drag it and fill it in the blank. Why these particular blanks are having writing score? Now I'm going to deliver my lecture based on three important things that usually I say in the group, PT Tutorials group in Telegram app. If some of you have not joined that group, I would recommend you please join it. It's totally free. You can ask for queries and all the things. Tutors will help you. And many people have got their scores. The basic three things for reading writing blanks as well as for reading blanks. I hope my shared screen is, you people are able to see it. Three things are there. Number one is grammar. Number two is collocations. And number three is understanding of the paragraph. With the help of these three things, you can easily solve your blanks. Even if I'm not aware of the meaning of sometimes some words, still I have that ability to find the correct answer for that particular blank. I know we all know grammar rules. In our school time, we have studied tenses. We people are aware how to write passive sentence. But when we do reading, we just do reading. We don't analyze the things. If this is there, then this can be there. If that from the day you will start analyzing your reading material, you will start getting the score. Yes, this is the truth actually. Now I'm going to write some of the rules for grammar that will help you actually. Number one, this is under grammar. Have you people noticed any time after the word to, if there is a blank, there is some content, after the word to, you have one blank. That blank will always contain either first form or, I'm talking about first form of verb, just like go, follow, do, these kind of first form or first form plus ing will be there. Nothing else you will ever see. Not second form of verb, not third form of verb. And why I'm focusing on these things, there is a big reason again. You can check, you have to find the blanks. Those blanks are always either nouns, adjectives, adverbs, or form of verbs. 70% you people get form of verbs as your blanks. 70% cases. And if you have analyzed these things, definitely it becomes easy for you to find the blank. You people won't believe. In my reading module, in my real exam, I was left with 11 minutes when I was on the last question. And though there are many people who get short of time for in reading module. Yes, I was left with 11 minutes and my score is 86 in reading. And last week, one of my students, he called me. She said, I'm not taking her name. She said, "Ma'am, I was left with 15 minutes. She crossed me. She got 88 in reading." This is the thing that you have to add into your reading part, and definitely result will be there. And next important thing, sometimes what you think, what you see actually in one sentence, that sentence is made of compound sentences or some complex sentence. And definitely, if one sentence is the longer one, in that sentence there can be two form of verbs used. Then, in the first half, if there is has, have, or had. And yes, with has, have, had, perfect tense says this thing. We always have third form of verb. And after that, in the second half, now I have again one subject. Sometimes that subject is there or sometimes not. But then again, you need one form of verb. In that sentence, this form of verb is the blank. And here you will directly choose second form of verb. Do you know, this is nothing but this is actually perfect tense. I'm giving one example. The patient had died before the doctor came. This is what? See, had died, had the third form. Then doctor came. What is came? Come, came, come. Came is the second form of verb. This is simple, but we never analyze these things when we read it. And we start finding what would be here. Just think that which form of verb you need here. It will give you an idea at that moment. And definitely you will choose it correct. In a similar way, when you have half of the sentence in say future tense, and in the later half, you will always have present tense. And you know, in future tense, what you need, and in present tense, what you need. One giving example for this too. I would come only if you help me. I would come, would come. This is the future tense. And if you help me, this is the present tense. And if any one of this is missing, say this, of course, after would, I need first form of verb. And here, as I have chosen, I have seen here, I would come as there. Definitely, if this part is missing, you need only first form there. Because in present tense, simple present tense, you need first form. One more important thing that generally people skip this thing actually. This is really very easy one. But we forget actually. In simple present tense, if your subject, okay, let me tell you, there are three types of persons First person, second person, and third person. First person means I, me, we, us. These are the first persons. Means it is related to me and we. Second person is it is related to you, your family. These kind of words are second person. Third person means I'm talking to someone, but in that talk I'm talking about not me or not the person who is in front of me. I'm talking about someone else. That becomes third person. Just like he, she, it, anything, even they also. Now further, third person is categorized into two parts. One part is singular, other part is plural. And when singular part is there, you get the subject singular. And it should be third person. Giving one example again, just give me a moment. Then definitely in that you will use first form S or ES. Depends upon which form of verb you are using actually. Okay, the design of the building. This is what design is, third person actually. It's not about me, you, it's about third thing. Design of building, this is third person, and design is singular also. I was speaking design of the building. Definitely now I need one form of verb with S or ES. Just take, if I'm taking the word form of verb here, amalgamate. Amalgamate. But with this amalgamate, I need to add S. And this is the plan. If you will check your options, you need actually one form of verb with S or ES. And if it is there, you will directly pick it and fill it. It becomes easy for you then. You just have to take care of these kind of things. More important thing, then comes another rule. Sometimes when we speak English, we use two form of verbs in one sentence. Just like if I say, I got confused. With got, next word is again one verb. I got confused. This is what got is the second form of verb. When in one sentence, two form of verbs are used, and at the first place, which verb is used, that is second form or it is first form. Next will always be third form of verb. I hope you people are jotting down these points. I'm repeating. If in one sentence you have two form of verbs, and suppose this one is missed out, and you have to find this one. You got that here one verb is used, that is first form or either second form. Definitely you need the third form of verb. Okay, next one. Next one is, sometimes you see the word be in your sentence. After be, you either have one noun to be found, or you need to find verb. Only these two will be there. And if I make the sentence, I want to be a doctor. If the sentence is framed in this way, Now you need a noun here. Doctor is a noun. But if this sentence is formed in this way, it has to be, then I need a third form. It has to be done. Always after be, you will either have to find a noun or third form. What is third form? Why third form? Right now I said that here if it is second form or first form, next will be third form. B is what? This is third form. B is first form. B was been. And now you need third form. Do, did, done. Done is the third form. I hope these things are clear. Side by side, whenever I'll be explaining any paragraph, I'll again come to grammar and collocation. Now next, let's start with second part. That is collocations. Have you ever read about collocations? Have you ever studied about collocations in your school time? Till 10th class, we all have studied English. We all. I remember in my school, even on CBSE board in Punjab, or I'm from Punjab, there were no collocations. No one taught. Have any one of you have taught collocation in school time? I have asked this question from a number of times, from a number of people. They all said no. Actually, collocations you need to know when you become an author. At that moment, you need to know actually how to frame one sentence. And this is the reason, because of the presence of collocations, you people get actually writing score from reading writing blanks. Few minutes back I said, why in this particular question type, you people get writing score also, though I'm not writing anything. The reason is, here big amount of grammar collocations are used actually. And that's why, and grammar is the part of what? Grammar is a part of writing. That's why you people get more score from this task, and that will increase your reading as well as your writing score. This is the reason behind it. You can ever check. Collocations are mostly used in your reading writing plans. And Pearson has released one PDF. You can easily download that PDF on Google, from Google, that collocations list of PTE exam. Easily download it. But see, that collocation PDF is having 47 pages. And now Pearson thinks this thing, and that we all have to cram these 47 pages collocations. No one can do that. We are not robots actually. Then, how to do it? Actually, as I said before, when you are reading something, start analyzing it. Start relating it to the previous written and next written words. You will start understanding what it is. Let's understand the meaning of collocations. This is actually from two syllables, co plus location. Do you know the meaning of co? Co means together. And location means place. It means that those two words are which those words as collocation. This is the collocation. Those two words will always be placed, located together. You cannot break that couple, that bond between those two words. If here I'm talking about market, products, with products, I need the collocation availability or non-availability. No doubt, available, and if I take one other synonym for the word available, this also exist. But I will never use exist with products with market. This is called collocation. And one more thing, whenever you people are checking the synonyms for any word, never check these synonyms. Never ever. It'll make you more confused. That's why people ask, why this word is there? I have chosen some other word. What is the reason behind that? Whenever you are confused now, at that moment on Google, just write the difference between this and this, those two words for which you are confused, and don't only check their meanings. Meanings will, their synonyms meaning will give you actually wrong direction to follow. Rather, what you have to do, you have to understand the meaning of that word in one sentence. The moment you will read the sentence in which that word is used, you will get to know that this is the understanding of the sentence, and in that particular theme, under this particular title, just like if I talk about, say, science. In science field, that word's meaning and that word's position, location is something else, and in some other field, the meaning of that word becomes something else. The moment you will start doing this, you will understand what collocations are and what to choose to get this score. Coming ahead, as I said, collocations means the words, those two words are always placed together. See, now collocations are of two types. Number one, when a word, just like two words, take rest, I use. Take rest means, we all know, okay. Why with rest, I always have to choose the word take. Have you ever said this? Do rest, have rest? No, we don't say. Because rest is always taken. Take place. We always read these words. With take, next word will be place. Because place is always taken. I'm just giving few examples, okay? Another type of collocation. Accused, after that will be off. And this is the missed word. This is blank. If you see next word is any preposition, with that preposition you always use some particular words. If I take one more, realm, with realm next word will always be off, associated. With this you can either have with or to, nothing else. Aware of, you will always have these kind of stuff. And when you will be reading, try to relate it. If next preposition is this, with that preposition you always have this particular form of verb. Then I'm going to show you the way how you have to read one paragraph. After that we will start practicing. This is the real exam question. Real exam reading paragraph. And many of you might have gotten this in real exam too. Whenever you get any paragraph, the very first thing that you people have to do, check the tense which is used there. Music was as important. Was is there? It means the moment I read the word was, I would have all the rules, tenses for past tense, which will help me actually. Was as important to the ancient Egyptians as it is in our modern society. Okay, I got the meaning. Although it is thought that music played a dash, yellow marked words are actually the blanks. Music played a dash throughout the history. Role is always played. because this is the collocation. Throughout the history of Egypt, those that study the Egyptian writings have discovered. Now see, this is what. As I said, has have had third form. After that, here you need second form. Writings have. See, Pearson releases some paragraphs, but you will get the same paragraph, but they may change the blanks also. Okay, never cram the words away. Whole scene established is there. No, this can be the blank. After have, you need third form of verb, and you will find third form from your options. Writings have discovered that music, now I need second form, seems to become, now see, after two, I need first form, and it is there also, to become more important in what is called the pharaonic period of their history. Then this was the time when the Egyptian dynasties of the pharaohs were. Now this is what. You know, there are two types of sentences. Not basically two, there are four types of sentences. One is interrogative sentences where you get question mark. Second one is exclamatory where you get exclamation sign at the end. Second is declarative where all the tenses are involved. And fourth one is assertive sentences. And in declarative sentences, you have all the passive, active. Active means all the tenses you have, active sentences. And passive means, again, this is the part of declarative sentences. And in declarative sentences, just like if I'm writing any passive sentence, it was told. After was, I need. In passive sentence, always we use third form, always. Remember, at school time we have learned change of voice. Voice is what? From active to passive you are going, or vice versa. There, whenever you are writing any passive sentence, that sentence is always having third form of verb. Second, this is coming under declarative and assertive sentence. You know, when we were in kindergarten, we used to learn these kind of sentences. A cow has four legs. This is my room. This is my chair. In these kind of, it was a beautiful flower. These kind of sentences are not having any form of verb. Those sentences are called assertive sentences where there is no form of verb. Just like it is a beautiful flower. It is a beautiful flower. Now, this is assertive sentence. When were is there, pharaohs were. You either need here one adjective plus noun, but as there is no adjective or any noun I need here. This is adjective, this is noun. So here I need only third form of verb. They were established. Now, for example, in the options I have one word like made, found. We can think that this there can be made, found, but why established? Have you remembered on some polybags it's written like Since established since 1985. Established since 1950-60. When year is mentioned, you will always select established word. And see here, around 3100 BCE is there. It means what? I have to select word established. Then, and music was. Now again, I have was here. So you will get here third form. You need your third form. And was found in many parts. With parts, collocation goes found. Find actually. Third form is found. Music was found in many parts of everyday Egyptian life. If you start reading the paragraphs in this way, definitely it becomes easy for you to manage, pick the correct form of verbs. Now I'm going to share the screen for let's do some practice so that you can have better idea that what to select when this is there. See here, the savage, in spite of his membership of a small dash, lived a life in which his initiative was not too much hampered by the community. This is giving me which hint? See, we never look over the next few words or the previous words. And if we start analyzing these things, it becomes so easy, I can't even tell you. Yes, you all will have then 10 minutes. The thing that he wanted to do usually, now my blank is here, no need to read it. If I'm not getting the meaning, then I will read it. And if he felt an inclination to become a medicine man, he only had to ingratiate himself with some individual already dash in that profession. In that profession, I can think that duped in that profession means someone is into something. Joined in that profession. With join, you always get next word, next preposition, to or with, not in. So this is a cross. Some individual already, I need what here? To become a medicine man, he only had to ingratiate himself with some individual already eminent in that profession. This is the word which will go with profession. One more thing. You know what? We can categorize the words at higher or lower level. Now see what and how we can do that. There are two words, combination and collaboration. The meaning is same, but usage is completely different. I can never say that red and green collaboration. Red and green color collaboration. We always say the combination of red and green. Another thing, I will never say the combination of X and Y company. We always use here X and Y companies collaboration. This is what the moment you will feel that I can categorize the words which are having the same meaning. See, colors is I categorize word colors, field colors as a lower level, but company is some corporate sector, it is something at higher level. In a similar way, their usage is also. The words we are going to use, they will also be categorized in that way. Definitely, I'll use the word collaboration with the word corporate, companies, and with color, I'll definitely nation only, because this is a lower level word that in general we can use. Whenever we person is speaking the word collaboration, definitely he is talking about some higher level theme. Here also, ignoring a big cross, joined a big cross. I can only think, suppose I'm not aware about the meaning of duped and eminent even. But which is the higher with the word profession. Profession is a higher level word It means they are talking about your membership, hunting and war, inclination, medicine, math. So these are what community is also there. Some higher level words are there. That's why I'm not going to choose the word due. I'll choose eminent. This my instinct says. Then next blank. He might invent some improvement in weapons or a new dash in hunting. Now see, with hunting, which word you need? Technology? No. What the hell technology is to do with here? Management? No. Hunting is not a device. The word which I will choose here, that is skill. Because hunting is a skill actually. Then comes, if he sings in the street, he will be thought to be dash. Read this line. Actually, this is true. If he sings in the street, he will be thought to be singing only. No, we never thought that. Drunk, childlike, or a singer? Okay, what do you people think? Nafis answered. So it means here screen is shared. Okay, thank you, Nafis. Yes, thought to be drunk. Drunk is the right word. One more thing. This is what? After two, I have be. And what I wrote in grammar, drunk is drink, drank, drunk. Now I need here form of verb. Third form of verb. Which is the third form of verb? Even without thinking much. If I'll apply my grammar rule, I'll immediately select drunk and will move to the next question. I hope things are clear. Next question. There is a certain difference between enduring continuance, which in other words is dash. Now I have three words: persistence, determination, steadiness. Suppose I'm not aware of the meaning of each and every word which is written there. But sometimes in that line, some words are written in such a way which will give you a hint, and that hint is the tone, end tone of the word. Word is here, continuance. Which word I have to select then? Persistence. Another thing, see here, sometimes when you get confused now with some two words, select any word, read the next line. In the next line, you will get one hint that this word will be there. Now see here, while some of them persistently work, this is what continuous means actually persistence. Persistently. So it means whatever I have selected here, that is fine. Then comes work on some projects. Others give them up at some dash or the other. Here, there is no need to choose the word period, at some step even. It should be only and only. That goes with the meaning of this line is at some stage or the other. Then comes, here. He tried his best to dash it. He tried his best to. Now I'm confused. What to select? He tried his best to isolate. Okay, if I'm not getting the meaning, read the previous line. A notable example here is flaming. I don't know who is flaming here and what actually it is. But they have used flaming as the subject. Next verb. It means something. This is one person. Fleming started doing work on penicillin in the late 20s. He tried his best to, because he is there, it means he is a person, definitely. He tried his best to dash it, to isolate it, to stabilize. I can think with penicillin, I can use the word stabilize. To purify it, but failed in his. Something was going on and he failed in that experiment. I'm confused. Let me select any word from here, which I think that from what my instinct says, say process. He tried his best to process it. Wrong. He tried his best to stabilize it. Okay, fine. I'm choosing here stabilize. Then I'm here. He wrote in 1932, then he discontinued working on penicillin and gave his dash as well. See here what is written. He discontinued working on it means, and he gave his dash as well. He gave his reasons for this discontinuation. He said that it would never be used and found it to be very dash, to be very undesirable, unreliable, unstable. Here we are talking about penicillin. How can I choose the word undesirable? Because he has found it. It means that penicillin, upon thing he was working, unreliable or unstable. Unreliable will never go with these kind of non-materialistic things. Reliable word will be used when you are talking about a person, you are talking about a source. Only and only we are doing here experiment. That's why I can choose here unstable. Later on in 1941, Florian Change started their efforts to purify penicillin. Okay, now I got the meaning. So this can never be stabilized. It will always be, it has to be purified. Because what you are doing here, you are purifying penicillin. And because of their persistent efforts, I'm damn sure about the words I have chosen here. They discovered a dash to purify it. Again, I got the same word, purify it. That's why I said sometimes when you read the next few lines, for the last one, you are confused. The next few lines will give you the hint which word should be there. They discovered a project, a process, program, or a plan. Am I audible at this moment or not? Yes, Nafis is giving his answer. If I choose here plan, as Nafis said, they discovered a plan. You discovered a plan, this is the wrong collocation. Project, you discovered a project. Process, program, this is not a program, this is not a plan. You discovered a process to purify it. And you are done with the blanks. Next one. Again, it is loading time. Now, next question is that in France. Movement in painting that dash in France, that spring in France, that emerged in France, in France, that originated with the that originated in France in the 1860s. Year is mentioned there. It means take birth in a similar way. Realistic thing we are talking about what originated. This is not developing something or not emerging something. Then the Impressionists wanted to what you with real life. You show real life which collocation depict real life. Rest of you don't represent your real life. Any role at the place of someone, she is representing that person. Picture real life. Don't illustrate real life. Real life. You can only real life. To paint straight, there is no need to read all this. If you get the meaning, then you can. Their styles were diverse. Okay, which they are. They organized 8 group exhibitions between 1874. First of which the name Impressionism was. Their styles were diverse, but all dash with equal traits of life. With examined, explored. Are you exploring something? Are you examining something? No. Experimented and observed. what is written here. They organized 8 group exhibitions. To which the name Impressionism was applied. Their styles were different, but all effects of light. You're talking here about painting. That's why you're writing here means what you are doing. You are actually, but all experimented light and movement created with distinct brush strokes. When a painter starts painting, at that time, sometimes we are not aware what will be the product at the end. Only we start experimenting with the colors and all the things, brush strokes with different colors, dabbed side by side on the canvas rather than palette. It means your own experiment. If suppose confused, observed, suppose I said, observed with, then let me read the next line. It is the movement's central impulse and a number of new styles were emerging later. Post-Impressionism, Impressionism has more dash. Again, I got similar kind of word, which is that experimental. It means this is definitely, and because of the connection between here, the more influence on the more experiment and dash British painters. Now you have to choose the collocation with the word painters. Can I use painters, continuous painters, growing painters, developing painters? Only and only I'm left with progressive painters. With experiments, next to next time, the skill will be enhanced. Now you are at, because of those experiments. You are performing some experiments on the modern and progressive British in the late 19th and 20th century. Many of the painters were affected in the circle of Walter Sickert in France, and was an influential figure who dashed me. He was an influential something good. You have to choose one good word. And when some figure doesn't mean this is number kind of figure. Figure means a role model kind of. And as we are talking about here, Walter Sickert, who spent much of his career in France and was influential figure who dashed younger artists. Dash, who inspired many younger artists. Here, inspired, who stimulate someone, can stimulate the process. I cannot choose the word persuaded, who encouraged many younger, talking about painting. Words have been taken here. That's why encouraging by doing some efforts for those persons. But with his paintings here, you are inspired. Other people, they see their work, that person's work, then someone else not get, actually someone else get from that person. And who influenced many? No, influence is not going with the sense of this sentence. We have to choose here only and only inspired many younger artists. His friend and exact contemporary Philip Wilson Steer is generally regarded as the most outstanding British impressionist. This was all about reading blanks. Next week, as I half an hour I spent on defining rules for grammar and collocation. And third part was when I was new people. Next webinar will only and only practice, will be based on some more questions now we did. I know there are technical issues sometimes and all, but we'll be taking care of all the and one more part of actually understanding of the paragraphs, definitely the words. Thank you so much for joining it.